Explain how you feel right now. Are you nervous? Are you excited?
No, I'm not nervous at all. I just I want it to be a true representation. I feel as though
You feel like you won't get at your representation?
I feel as though on their end it will be a true representation. I just wish at the end of this is more of a knowledge, because everything that they saying, I'm internalizing it, and evaluating myself and the way I've gone about life, and this is only the first day. So see that even the strength, the power in the way they say things, the belief in what it is. I feel as though everyone could take a part of that handbook and apply it to themselves.
Even though the Bahamas is a predominantly Christian nation, there are other religions that actually reside within the country. So we have Jews and we have Muslims, and we also have another religion that many Bahamians may not actually know all of the inner workings to, and that's Rastafari. And to prove our point, we asked some Bahamians to state the first word they thought of when they heard the word Rastafari.
The first word that comes to my mind when I hear Rastafarian is culture.
First word to come to mind is spirituality. I don't know why. Yeah.
First things that come to my mind: no red meat, dreadlocks, Haile Selassie, smoking, automatic.
First word? Oh. Ja.
So clearly, a more thorough investigation was needed in order to learn more about what Rastafari really means in the Bahamas. And we had to get tough. We had to get the nitty-gritty and actually see for ourselves what happens behind the Rasta camp. And how else would we actually do that without sending T.U.F's very own Kentario McKenzie, aka Kenny Love, aka Bobo Kenny, inside the Rasta camp for 72 hours.
So everybody who lives in their own areas of the camp, they work on their area. They can work on their area alone, and you all would also volunteer to help them. Like if this Kino OC necessarily work.
Okay, like this Kino, this my brethren preach Kino. When we preach them, we preach them here in the yard too. Like you say, he doing this thing, he have his vision for what he want.
Right.
So others may have different mindset, different journeys. Some want, we had a brethren leave to go to Africa early last year. That's cool. Like I say, everything is work in progress.
Very good.
That's a vision. Now we come inside again. Huh? Will you give me some?
Keep my shoes on and take it off.
Yeah, just go to school.
Do the lights work?
The lights ain't not on, but the generator isn't on at the moment.
Okay.
That's how we live in.
I think it should be up to par with any other bathroom or that.
Right.
Like I say, we try it. Everything ain't perfect. And we try it. constructing a new altar. So it's just like a temporary altar. Like I said, we in the whole process of, and it's a continual building.
Right.
We always be daily building. So one will look at us and see, well, why all this and that, but we constantly moving.
There was one to Tabernacle here before. You can sit inside this one there right now. So we are done, you know what I mean? It's a larger one.
So you usually use just a few instruments when you're all...
Yeah, just those drums. We don't use no piano and guitar and horns and
Okay.
but we would use microphone and audio from time to time.
Right.
But this size, we look into move into that, microphone and this is what we go tabernacle.
Okay. Alright.
That's basically it. Just a few more hours. Sometimes we'll have one come from the island, spend a few weeks, few months or whatever, and then move again. You know? Okay. You have a few members who stationary, who keeping the yard, keeping the property, try to help with the maintenance, with the bush, all that kind of thing. You know? You learn how it is, you learn about, and the main thing what you really getting out of how you see us live is the church culture. That is what you really gripping on too. Everything else is just for us to sustain us while we're here. And like Priest said earlier, Babylon. You understand? It's the same our kingdom. So everything else you see, just for us to maintain. But what we want you to grip onto is the tabernacle. The way, the order of that service is totally different from what you used to going to church or the Christianity, the Sunday worship. It's completely different. So that is what, we want you to get over.
Yes, blessed. I see you all interviewing, but ain't no one tell me nothing. And this man, I'm seeing, they ain't even call me and tell me. So, as an international man.
Give thanks for Elvis.
Yes. I've been around.
They want to know how it is being a Rasta in the Bahamas.
Okay. I've been around from Miami Street, from Papa Ted camp. You know, I was one of the eldest Bobo in the camp here right now. You know what I mean? And I was mostly one of the elders who been living with the king at Jamaica for 17 years. But I can't see how they see me and they ain't even let me know nothing. Yeah, they say, as a warrior. Or if I see my elder in the place and anyone come to interview, I can call my elder and say, come use the right man. Come, cause you be. Yeah, they say, the man him tell me nothing. Why you treat me like that, man? Bless it. I will never do that to you. Everything.
Speak same way, in your place,
Okay, but I know about. Give thanks.
Please, you're doing a video documentary. If you want to give a good word to the Bahamas.
Okay, give thanks. Yes, and I, as a Bobo from Jamaica and the Bahamas, I born and grew here, so but I been living in Jamaica 17 years and I come back 99, because we did moving for King's House now to let the Queen know we want back the big money. The pound with the shilling with the lion on it would belong to us. And our big house, King's House or Government House, would belong to us. And we want to go back to the big land where we come from, the gold bed, the diamond mine, the elephant, tiger, the zebra would belong to us. And we want back our true nationality, who we is. A leopard cannot change his spot, neither the Ethiopian, the color skin. So we want justice. You know, for every nation get them money and them house, and only we black people ain't get nothing. Yeah, they say, nothing. So we as the freedom fighter in the Bahamas here, we looking to rise now, come out the bush and reach a King's House, Government House, to let the Queen know we want to go home now and we want justice. Because every nation get them house and them money and them land and we ain't get nothing. And storm will come, so we need a solid house like Government House. Even if it's 10 or so, 20 us, but we need to have a house. So at the end of the day, if storm come, not all us get washed away. Yeah, they say, just like the ants them, when the ants them know say they gonna get washed away on low ground, you see them and the women and the children them moving for high ground. So that's what we're trying to do now.
Yeah, man.
But honestly, boy, I don't. Yeah, no, I feel like I feel apart because there's not a lot of communities where you freely welcome to just walk in and you can stay at somebody house and yeah, but like just I think once you get past the traditional aspect of everything and you get involved in it, I feel like it's just like you being at your friend's house, you know, because you got to get used to their traditions in wherever you go. So this could be good.
About 11 o'clock p.m. Priest Kino was talking to me, reasoning with me, about just some biblical teachings and aspects and his beliefs. And I kid you not, the conversation started at about 8 o'clock. Cause I went out with him to get some motor oil for his generator, and the conversation started from there. It wasn't really, I wouldn't call it much of a conversation. I'd call it much more of his perspective, but it was non-stop. Like it was a whole lot of information. Really tired, so I about to head inside and get some sleep. So yeah, that's night one. So yeah.
Someone recognized me just now. They saw I was with Bobo T. They didn't ask me how I was doing on it, and they just asked me if I get kicked out of school. And he started giving me some sort of advice. I was so in my zone as I was writing, I just didn't even think about it. But yeah, it just hit me a little bit.